Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! When we last left off, we were trying to find the maestro Titarelli who lives in this projector. But before we go and find him, what can we find here in his projector? I could definitely see why Tortorelli would want to live in a place like this. I mean, besides being a film person, making movies, this place is just neat. Okay, we're not climbing that. Oh, hello there. I'd love to perform with Butterfly Springfield on stage someday. I'd love to meet Butterfly Springfield. Hey, handsome. Want to expand your consciousness? I mean, given what we've been through already and some of the surrealism, I'm not sure how it could be expanded further. Oh, it was you who was asking that. Which is also more repeated dialogue. Actually, I'm starting to wonder whether it's worth hopping up here now. Because I am eventually probably going to need to make my way to the top once I find Tortorelli. So you know what? We'll actually come back here later. Where were we? Up that way? Yeah. You know, when it comes to cities in video games, I often just really don't like them. They're so big and take so long to explore around. Like Final Fantasy IX Lindblum. I never really look forward to that place. But I'm quite enjoying the exploration here. Just because it's a bug city. It's so different. You just don't know what you're going to encounter. For example, Bug Jail. That is an outfit. An outfit. Can I have some water? I haven't had a drop to drink since yesterday. I'm parched. This hangover isn't helping. Water. So is that something you're wearing because you're drunk? Or is it a fashion statement? Also, how small is that can, I wonder? Given our own size. So this is a quest, by the way. I should free the assistant. Assistant to who? Should I have found out who you are? You know what? Let's go back here after all. There is a quest marker here. Let's find out what happens if we actually go to it. It's up high, it seems. Oh boy, I'm getting, like, distracted by multiple objectives here. We've seen this picture before. I am walking on film. I just think that's neat. I've not talked with everybody here, but I don't think anybody here is going to be having anything of interest to say. Which reminds me, earlier I stumbled upon a bug who was kind of important to talk to. And I don't mean the assistant. But is there an easy way to tell how many roads must a bug walk down before you call him a bug? How many seas must a white widow sail before she sleeps in the sand? Taran Tam Tam. Okay, how many rows must a bug walk down before you call him a bug? Well, you were already calling him a bug, so from the very start, I guess. I have totally lost my train of thought, too. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah. Freeing the assistant seems to be a major quest. Is it part of the quest to speak to Tortorelli? Would Tortorelli have asked us to find the assistant? Oops. Well, as long as I'm down here, anything hidden? I'm gonna say no. I hope I'm not, like, doing quests out of order here. It is possible to bypass important bugs on your quest. Though, at the very least, these markers all seem to be important. Okay, nothing up here. Let's try not to fall through the film again. You are using leaves as a floor mat. And so are you. Fashion and function. I'm not sure I'm climbing up any further. Oh, maybe I can climb up from that way. I'm not sure this is the way I'm supposed to hop over here, but I managed to hop over here like this. No, there's a ramp over here. Okay, we needed to come through here in order to get over here. Is this the movie that we're going to be watching? I'm very curious to see if we'll actually be seeing that scenery in the movie. Actually, here's a good question. What is the projector going to be projecting onto? Uh, was this a path from somewhere that I could have took? Oh, yeah, I could have came from this way. Is this anything up here? Well, it kind of is leading somewhere. Okay, there's the projector's front. Is there going to be a giant screen somewhere? Where is this going? Or maybe is it coming from somewhere? Okay, you cannot walk on that portion of the film. Maybe there will be a quest that has us come in here later on. Or maybe that's a spot that you can fall to while trying to platform above it. Alright, let's get back, nut bunnies. Which makes me wonder, you think bugs can appreciate soft objects? Like stuffed animals. Haven't seen a bug holding a stuffed animal yet. Which is a little depressing, actually. I'm not sure I would want to turn into a bug if I can't enjoy a stuffed animal to snuggle with. Especially if I'm going to have extra limbs with which to snuggle on. You are a closed eye. Hey, I'm looking for Titorelli. That's me. No, it's not. Well, that was easy. I thought you were in a can. What? Listen, the mayor has been searching for you everywhere. I'm Titorelli. Excellent. Can you please turn the projector on? Everybody's waiting. I'm Titorelli. You already said it. So, you know, maybe turn this thing on and... I was joking. Okay, you had me wondering. I'm not Titorelli, but I help him. I'm his assistant. Fair enough. Do you know where he is? I do. So, where? Right in front of you. I'm Titorelli. I mean, we've heard about more than one Albert, so... Listen, I don't have time for joking around. A centipede, an Eskimo, and Franz Joseph walk into a bar. We just said no time for jokes. I'd like to hear you laugh when the tower's intendant learns that you refuse to help. I'm on a mission of utmost importance. All right, I'll tell you where the real assistant is. We wanted to play a teeny joke on a guard. During the night, we drew mustache on him while he was asleep. Now I want to see a bug with a mustache. Incidentally, I was talking about how I would look as a bug. I was halfway tempted to say I would have red hair, but, decided bugs don't really have hair. Although, I suppose I could wear a wig. Not exactly hilarious, but it is fascinating. Well, we found it funny. We have been drinking a tad. I escaped, but my friend was rather 4 than 3 sheets to the wind, and he tripped. Okay, I know what you're trying to say, but... What? Where can I find him? He's in a cage under guard. Hard to miss them. You got that right. Better hurry. He won't last long in prison. Yeah, it is entirely possible to sequence break in this game. Okay, the effigy is going to be somewhere up above. Oh, these are buttons. Well, we're not doing anything with the buttons until we finish this quest. Can I step on this one? Nope. Alright, well, we know there's an effigy up here. Oh, that's not an effigy. That's the spotlight. Also, that explains... now I understand why the eye was closed. It's because we trigger the next part of the quest. So, I assume this means that we won't be able to finish this quest until we help both Tortorelli and the assistant. Well, let's go ahead and free the assistant first, since this seems to be a separate quest, to an extent. I mean, when we entered this area, there was 2 locations to check, the bar and the projector. The bar has triggered Tortorelli's location, and the projector would have triggered the assistant's location. So, while we're on the subject of the assistant, let's see if we can't find some water. Wait, where's the guard? Do you have a mustache? I want to see. Aww. Please step away from the prisoner. Nothing to see here. Alternatively, you can throw some mud at him for a small fee. I'll turn a blind eye. Yeah, you're definitely the guard who had the mustache drawn on him. Gregor Samsa, Esquire. I'm with Tower, Internal Regulation Department. Gregor is a storyteller. What? Who are you? I represent my client. What are the charges against this assistant? The arrestee drew mustache on me. It was an affront to the majesty of the law. Were there any witnesses? Well, me. So no witnesses. Listen here. I represent the law here, and I decide what this lowlife deserves. Of course. The problem is, however, that you broke the law. By detaining an escapee from a mental asylum? Gregor, are you sure that you work at a bank? As opposed to what? I don't know. But are bankers known to be such big liars? Excuse me? And you subject him to abuse. This is just wrong. No, this is true. You are allowing mud flinging. So, he's a loony? We prefer the term mentally ill, but yes. Alright then, take this vermin away. Go climb up the stamping machine and stamp the document. Let me handle this from here. I'll take him where he belongs. Is this contagious? Man, the early 1900s were not fun. Unless he drooled on you, then no. By the way, he totally drooled on you. You can open the cell after you stamp his release. Please use this big stamping machine. Alright. Oh, I thought it was a stapler. Okay, earlier I mentioned that despite being a small bug, we can weigh down on things, but I couldn't think of any specific examples. This is an example. I found this out off camera when we found one of these things in the filing cabinet world. When I was exploring off camera, you can actually weigh down on these things. That was a jump for joy. I don't know. Maybe this bug is a loony. I mean that in the kindest way. Thanks! I'm Titorelli's assistant. That was a first-class prank. That look on the guard's face when you said I'm a loon. You should come mess around with us after dark sometime. I'd prefer it if you told me where I could find Titorelli. Titorelli has his aloof days. When he's low in spirits, he holes up in his can where nobody looks or bothers him. Come, I will show you. Oh, alright. We can do this. Alright, so there's more than one way we can actually find Titorelli. In other words, if we don't want Gregor to be an absolutely awful person and accuse a few drunken bugs for crimes far worse than they're committing, just do this instead. Well, now I kind of wonder, though, what if, we found Titorelli before we finished helping this bug? You know, I have no reason to actually follow you. Hypothetically, if I did this instead of get those other bugs in trouble, there would not be a marker showing where Titorelli is. You can find him in his can above the city, above the projector. Titorelli's can is above the city, above the projector. Okay, I take it back. You probably would place a marker for us. So, is this like the bug version of pants? Yeah, even as a bug, I would continue to not wear pants. Alright, well, I'm heading back this way because I'm kind of curious what's up there. Boy, am I glad I got rid of that head case. Nutters everywhere these days. Yeah, but you start to appreciate them after another 70 years or so. The youth have gone to the dogs. Are they fleas? Seriously, I am so glad that we live in an era where you can be weird without having to worry about being locked up. Okay, not hopping up there, actually. Where am I? Hold on. Let me try another thing. But yeah, like seriously, furries would not at all be accepted 100 years ago. Okay, not hopping up there. I mean, admittedly, furries aren't necessarily accepted now, either. But people aren't trying to lock them up in nut houses. And by extension, lock me up in a nut house. If I want the world to know me only as an anthropomorphic pig who never wears pants, I can totally do that. And if anybody has a problem with this, well, oink you.